Even cartoon characters have to grow up eventually. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 coming-of-age animated movies. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at animated features that put a strong emphasis on the protagonist's progress from youth to adulthood. Number 10. The Little Prince.
Hello? Hello?
While this family film is largely about growing up, it's also a love letter to childhood. The story centers on a precocious little girl who learns the value of imagination through a youthful old man and the fable of the Little Prince. The filmmakers cleverly utilize different animation styles, with the CGI framing narrative being draped in mostly dreary colors, and the stop-motion storybook segments leaping off the screen with vibrant imagery.
Where are the men? It is a little lonely in the desert.
It's also lonely among men.
This contrast helps to personify our protagonist's inner struggle, as she finds herself in an uncertain stage of development, additionally touching upon themes of single parenthood, parental pressure, and neglect. It's a much deeper film than one might expect.
This is your life, and I'm the only one taking any responsibility for it.
That's your version of my life, not mine.
Number 9. Persepolis.
What kind of manners are those, Marjan?
What? I don't understand.
That's no way to eat.
Persepolis is another coming-of-age animated feature that brilliantly uses colors to convey the protagonist's emotions and growth. As a young girl living in Iran, Margie is constantly exposed to political and family issues that she doesn't entirely understand. Thus, her world is decorated in black and white. Through life experience, however, she evolves into a wiser, more mature person who can comprehend just how complicated her colorful world is. Much like the ancient capital of Persepolis, Margie's childhood may be in the past, but it's certainly not forgotten, with nostalgia continually impacting the present. Persepolis is only made more personal when you consider that co-director Marjane Satrapi based the film on her own autobiographical graphic novel.
The revenge of the dragon is a bitter dish, best served cold.
Number 8. When Marnie Was There.
Remember us?
Yes. Well, actually, no, not really.
We've all encountered someone like Anna, a withdrawn preteen whose quiet demeanor masks incredible pain. Hoping she'll come out of her shell, Anna's foster parents send her to stay with relatives over the summer. While there, Anna stumbles upon an abandoned manor, where she encounters a mysterious girl named Marnie.
Throw me the rope! Hurry!
Rope? While Marnie's outgoing nature parallels Anna's shyness, both are overcome with feelings of insecurity and abandonment, leading to a friendship that seemingly defies space and time. In addition to being a profound coming-of-age tale, When Marnie Was There is a meaningful film about family. Blood may forever link people together, but love and nourishment can also be found in unexpected places.
You know, you're my precious secret. I haven't told anyone about you, and I never will. If someone finds out, they'll only spoil it.
Number 7. The Sword in the Stone.
Oh, my name's Arthur, but everyone calls me Wart.
The Sword in the Stone is one of the most unique takes on the Arthurian legend, as it solely focuses on Arthur's youth. Unaware that he's destined to one day be crowned the King of England, Arthur is a scrawny orphan who earns the nickname of Wart from his foster family.
Quiet, Wart.
I'm trying to be.
Had nobody asked you to come along in the first place?
Upon meeting a wizard named Merlin and his highly educated owl, however, Arthur begins a series of philosophical lessons that'll shape him into a knowledgeable, noble leader worthy of pulling the sword from the stone. It actually would have been fun to see a sequel that further explored Arthur's growth, but what we ultimately got is nonetheless a coming-of-age tale fit for a king.
Look, I'm not a boy. I'm not a squirrel. I'm a boy. A human boy, not a real squirrel.
Number 6. Moana.
Okay, first, I'm not a princess. I'm the daughter of the chief.
Where a lot of coming-of-age tales focus on young characters who are insecure, Moana is already a strong-willed leader when her adventure begins. That doesn't make her journey any less compelling, however. Moana still has enormous obstacles to overcome. Not just physical obstacles like a giant crab and a volcanic demon, but emotional hurdles as well. Despite her can-do attitude, Moana occasionally feels in over her head and powerless to save her people.
Their boat is turning into more boats!
Through brain, brawn, and determination, though, our heroine demonstrates just how far she's willing to go for her island. The film gives us a coming-of-age protagonist who's not only identifiable, but also a role model we can all look up to.
I am Moana!
Number 5. Kiki's Delivery Service.
Dad! Dad, guess what? I've decided to leave tonight!
Set in a world where flying broomsticks and talking black cats are fairly commonplace, this anime centers on a little witch who sets out to make it on her own. Although Kiki possesses magical abilities, she emerges as a surprisingly genuine individual who any young person can identify with.
If I lose my magic, that means I've lost absolutely everything.
Kiki!
Even if you took the fantasy elements out of the equation, this would still be a gripping coming-of-age story about a girl's desire to find success, acceptance, and confidence within herself. Every moment spent with Kiki is a charming slice of life. Whether she's making deliveries, forming new friendships, or dealing with the everyday hardships of being 13.
Here we go!
Number 4. How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Stay close.
How to Train Your Dragon is a rare animated franchise where we actually get to see the protagonist mature with every passing entry. In the first film, the dorky Hiccup evolves into a passionate leader who provides a bridge between two worlds. The second film picks up 5 years later, where a 20-year-old Hiccup continues to learn the secrets of the dragon world and what it means to be a chieftain.
Dad, if Drago's coming for our dragons, we can't wait around for him to get here.
While Hiccup has come a long way since first befriending Toothless, new challenges await him on the road to manhood, dealing with death, defeat, and the realization that not every problem can be resolved peacefully. It's a more adult sequel for an older audience.
A chief protects his own.
Number 3. Bambi.
What happened, Mother? Why did we all run?
Bambi and the Lion King are often grouped together, as both beautifully portray nature, depict the traumatic death of a parent, and center on an animal protagonist who grows up right before our eyes. While both are wonderful coming-of-age stories, Bambi arguably has a slight advantage, since it's driven less by plot and more by atmosphere. There's not much dialogue, but we feel every emotion Bambi experiences, from his wide-eyed early days in the forest and the innocence that dies with his mother, to his developing romance with Faylene and the survival skills he demonstrates when a treacherous fire breaks out. What's more, the animators managed to cover his entire upbringing in just 70 minutes.
Come with me.
Number 2. Spirited Away.
What should I do with this?
Spirited Away is a revelation of creativity, and it all stemmed from director Hayao Miyazaki's encounter with a friend's 10-year-old daughter. This girl provided the inspiration for Chihiro, an easily intimidated protagonist who separated from her mom and dad upon entering a mysterious spirit world.
What? I'm dreaming!
In order to save her parents, Chihiro must summon the courage and wisdom within herself to escape this strange realm. While every scene is a visual delight, it's Chihiro's relatable nature that enforces the film's themes of growing up, coping with change, and finding your identity. After surviving such a bizarre wonderland, our heroine discovers that she's more capable than even she realized, giving Chihiro the confidence to start anew.
Granny, take care! Thanks for everything!
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You're kind of forgetful, aren't you?
Thanks, but how did you get this?
Take a wild guess.
Dear sweet little foot, do you remember the way to the Great Valley?
I guess so. But why do I have to know? You're gonna be with me.
You know what your problem is, Ramesses?
What?
You care too much.
And your problem is you don't care at all.
Number 1. Inside Out.
I've got a great idea!
All the films on this list tell inspiring coming-of-age stories, but few delve into the young adult psyche quite like Inside Out. The movie doesn't just revolve around 11-year-old Riley, but the 5 personified emotions that occupy her mind as well. Forced to move across the country with her parents, Riley is constantly at war with herself as she tries to stay positive under such challenging circumstances.
What is your problem? Just leave me alone!
As the other emotions come to understand the importance of sadness, Riley is finally able to confront her problems and let the healing begin. It's not only an inventive coming-of-age story, but also an important one every young person should see, especially those who have trouble expressing their emotions.
Don't you worry. I'm going to make sure that tomorrow is another great day.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.